This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.
What's up? Welcome back to another episode of the Icon Podcast. I am your host, Gianna, and today we've got the opportunity of talking to Yisbel Bera out of Florida. Welcome to the show. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, of course. Yes, I'm excited to get to know you and share your story, Yisbel. So take us back to the beginning. Who are you? Where are you from? What's your background? How did you grow up to be a real estate agent?
Yeah, so I started being first of all, before getting my license, I was doing wholesaling, which is a completely different monster of real estate. I would call it that way. And then I done that for about 5 years, and now I'm licensed for the last 2.5 years. And it's been an amazing journey. I'm located in the Southwest Florida. Right now, I'm located in the fastest growing city right now in the state of Florida, which is Cape Coral. That's my primary market, and I've been here 18 years. I originally was born in the Dominican Republic, and I love Florida because it's like being home, nice and warm.
Absolutely. And, where did you get introduced to EXP? How did your career kind of take off once you planted your roots and found your home? And, how'd you get here? Yisbel?
Yeah, well, I'm here because Rebecca and Josue Soto, Rebecca and Josh, I love them, Carlos German as well. And so how do I get here? That's a very interesting question. I can't speak long enough, but to make it short and to the point, you need to feel the pain inside of you to make a switch in your life. So I was tired on, living check to check, and it's sad that very high percentage of the, American people, hardworking people, they live check to check. So I feel the pain, and I say, well, there's more than this. That there has to be more. And so I always, I do have a bachelor degree in business management and marketing. So sales has always been my thing, So I don't sell pretty much all my life. And so I say to myself, I will stick with real estate because I believe that every person deserves to be a homeowner. What a great way being, the middle person, helping and make everything possible, and by doing, real estate. And so I start my career, and when I start real estate, I tell to myself, I don't want to be just another agent. Mm-hmm. So I start educating myself, and I start having designation as specialty attached to my license. I'm a GRI realtor. I do have the pricing and strategy advice, so the short sale foreclosure, and so many. But in order for you to be different, you need to train yourself. You need to educate yourself. You need to be able to invest in yourself and your business to set apart from the rest. So I take that leap, education for me is number one in this business. If you don't take the time to educate or train yourself, you won't be able to speak with confidence. You won't be able to drive a transaction successfully. So it's very important to educate. That's the number one thing. And the other one, I always go above and beyond. I do things that I don't have to do, but I just do it because I want to make people feel happy. And when you do that, that customer will refer the other, and the other will refer the other. And then your business is going to, get a moment that you're going to become an icon agent. I was able to complete 43 successful transactions in the last 12 months and sell just myself, a little over 11 million, almost $12 million in the last 12 months. And it's been an amazing journey when you have discipline, take massive action, and have a business planning in place. You need to write it down. If you don't write it down, it won't happen.
Good advice, and setting out those daily goals and making sure you've got that accountability. And Yisbel, now that you are with EXP, there's a lot of great things here, right? So you've got like coaches and mentors that can hold you accountable, that sense of collaboration, rev share, stock options. So since you're at EXP, what do you really love about it, and what keeps you here?
Yeah, I just love this company. I just love the collaboration. I feel that I have a big family of right now over 85,000, near 85,000 agents in this company. I just love the system. The model is very unique. There's some other company that are trying to imitate us, but we are the only one and the unique one. And this is the Amazon of real estate. We are the future, and we are the fastest growing brokerage. I just love the collaboration, the community, I love everything about my company, and I get to call it my company, which is, the best.
Yes, absolutely. That's awesome. Yes, Belle. And that sense of family, that community, it really is. You're not going to find that at any other brokerage. EXP is just a model of its own, and it's been incredible. And yes, Belle, before we get into all things iconing and being an icon agent, let's talk a little bit about you. What do you do to draw the line between work and play? How do you take care of yourself and balance family, friends, and a business that can absolutely swallow you alive if you let it?
Yeah, so I always tell to my agents and to myself, you need to set priorities and schedule. So the way that I'm able to balance my life is by setting priorities and have a schedule. Even when you're family, even when you're going on a date with your husband, even when you have something with your kids, write it down, make a plan. Because if you just go day by day, then it's not good. You have to plan ahead. You have to organize. You have to identify the things that needs the most. I always say family is number one. If you are successful and your family, there's, lack of communication, there's the relationship is not good, I will say that that's incomplete. So we have to have in place a plan for our business, for our personal life, or involve our health, our kids. But again, I do exercise daily. It's so important because your energy boosts when you do exercise. When you make time for your family, you feel kind of balanced because it's not all about business, and going. I mean, that's important. Is what bring you, a bread on the table, but it's important to make a balance because tomorrow, if you don't eat well, if you don't exercise, if you don't make the time for having some fun, then you probably will be too late or you will be unhealthy for making the wrong decision. So balance is the key.
Absolutely. Balance is, in fact, the key. And, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're recharged so that you can focus on your family, you can focus on your business. It's a demanding industry to be in. You have to be a people person, so you have to know how to recharge. And that's great advice. Yes, Belle. And let's talk about production, right? So you're in Florida. You love it down there. It's warm. I'm sure it's great people to work with. So what is that average housing price down there for you in your market, and how many houses do you have to be selling to cap?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So the average sale in my area, I would say the South is great, which is Miami, but my main market is the Southwest. And the median price is 310 right now. That's the median price. So you can still find some affordability here in this area. You have to sell about, I would say, 32 houses in order to become an icon agent in this area.
Is that with the transactions after 2, or is that including transactions? The 20 transactions.
That's including, yes, that's including that. And And again, I was able not only to, my goal with Icon, but also go above that. And again, it's because I'm building relationship with my customers. It's so important. As people over profit is one of my favorite slogan that I use.
Absolutely. And people over profit. I'm writing that down, Yisbel. And beyond just profiting in revenue and everything that comes with the production side of being an icon agent, there's also a cultural commitment, right? So you have to step back, you have to teach or mentor or vet other icon agents. So what is your cultural commitment, and why do you choose to go with that?
Yeah, well, I would tell you that I already met my cultural commitment because I'm mentoring agents since last year. So before even becoming an icon agent, I already met that. But I choose the point system because I love teaching. I love helping. So I now am an icon ambassador, and I'm also an icon instructor as well. And I love those mastermind events, and I love sharing. I'm an open book for anyone that needs a help and a guide.
Absolutely. That's great. That's, and again, earlier you mentioned the community and the culture at EXP, and you're one of many, big hearts that contributes to that and continues that morale and a trailblazing just environment for real estate in general. And yes, Bill, the Icon Award comes with so many benefits. You have the opportunity to earn your cap back in stock, go to EXP Con, shareholders, gosh, you get a big glass shiny trophy. There's lots of benefits. So what's your favorite benefit, and why do you continue to set Icon as a standard for yourself?
Yeah, so I would tell you, like, all that is great. It's kind of hard to say, like, but this is my favorite. But my favorite of all is to be able, to step here, to be in the mastermind, to be able to speak, share, and talk is my favorite part. Because you get to be with, there's an energy when we all come together and we contribute together. Something great happen every time we come together and share. So my favorite part is to be able to speak and to teach. It's in my I will say in my blood, the teaching part. So I love it.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Again, gonna write that down. And yes, Belle, with all this production and busyness that you have to keep up with, do you have any virtual assistants or assistants in like any way to help you leverage that? Because it's a
Yeah.
lot to take on alone.
Oh, yes. I do have a transaction coordinator on my team. I have a team of 11 agents right now. And so I train an agent in my team. And she's the one who take care of all the paperwork and all that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And what further tasks do you feel like you've had to leverage out to be able to get your production to this point? What were some things that maybe it was hard for you to let go of control wise, but once you did, you were able to see your business skyrocket a little bit.
Yeah, that's a great question, actually. And I would tell you this, that you need to list homes. You need to, I'm a listing agent. 90% of my business is listings. So one of the things that I always share is out of one listings, you want to get at least 7 new business. And how do you get that? Through flyers, to door knocking, to the sign that you put at the house. People see that sign and they call you, through open houses. So many things you can do out of one listing. So, I list and list and list home, and that one listing give me 5, 7 new business, and that's I'm able to escalate, and make my goal happen.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Yes, Belle. And that leveraging is important, and you were able to focus on, instead of, completed transactions or whatever else that you have, kind of handed off to other people that, may be better at it or a little more efficient at it. And you were able to focus on more things to generate revenue for you, more transactions, more word of mouth. So, of course, that's always helpful. And yes, Belle, if someone were to come up to you, whether they're a rookie real estate agent or they've been in the game for a while, and they say, hey, I would really like to icon my first year with EXP. What are some goals they need to be setting out or big mistakes to avoid if such a goal is even accomplishable for them in their first year?
Yeah, well, first of all, I will tell that agent to schedule and do a business plan. And inside of that business plan, I will ask that agent to make sure that everything in their life is under control, meaning family, health. Because what we have inside, that's what we give. And if things are not organized and set in our life, it's kind of hard to handle a transaction successfully.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we're human. There's things that happen on the way, and it's okay. But having a plan set, having a schedule, and moving forward, being able to build relationship with those customers, and doing one thing at a time, and taking the time to educate, to train, to develop that skill, that is gonna get you set apart and will get you to the next level in your business. And I will say take massive action. Don't stop. If you make a commitment and you do it one day and you don't do it the next day, then you're wasting your time. There has to be consistency, discipline, and a schedule set. It's very important. And again, what you have inside is what you're gonna pour out there.
Absolutely. That's great advice, Yisbel. And people are really skeptical when coming over to EXP because there's a lot to take on. This icon award sounds too good to be true. Everybody wants it, but only about, top 2% of agents are able to obtain it. And so, I guess before I get there, were you ever skeptical of EXP when it was first introduced to you?
No, at all.
Not at all.
No, at all. I actually tell to myself, "Is that for real?" And I jump right on. And since the day one, I tell to myself, "I'm gonna be capped right away, and I'm gonna become an icon agent because it's part of my standard to be different and to set apart in every project and everything I do." I always because it's part of me. I'm very hard to myself.
Yeah.
One, I'm very hard to myself. It's never enough for me, and my standards are pretty high. And so I think it's massive action, as Tony Robbins says. You need to surround yourself with the right people. You need to surround yourself with the right team, and tell to yourself what only you know the things and the skills that is needed and the training that you need to take, the time, the commitment to get there. So that's why the group of people is so small, because not everyone is willing to sacrifice, have a discipline, make a commitment. And there's a lot of stuff that I sacrifice. I have 3 kids. Sometimes there's certain things that I have to do, but again, it's about balance. Sometimes it's time for the family, but sometimes it's time to work. So
Absolutely. So, Yisbel, you have used EXP to your advantage and to build your own schedule and to launch your entrepreneurial business model in your very own way. So, it's been great for you. You thought, man, this seems too good to be true. I'm coming over. And the other shoe has yet to drop for you. So, Yisbel, for people that are watching right now, and maybe they're skeptical of EXP, right? Maybe they're like, gosh, that's too good to be true. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a cult. I'm scared to break up with my broker. How would you advise them to go ahead and make the move and take that risk and come over to EXP?
Well, I will tell you this, that we are the only one brokerage with a very unique model. And yes, it is true. I can prove it. You can see results in this company. The collaboration is for real. I love the founder. He is so humble, so accessible, and I love the contribution heart that he has. Glenn. Glenn is a giver. He doesn't have to do so much for us, and he does because he has a contribution heart. And
Yeah.
that's what you see in this family. That's what you will have. And just try. Just try. Everything starts with one decision. So
And what do you have to lose? Really, I promise your broker will take you back. If not, there are 10 trillion other brokerages out there that are going to welcome you with open arms. But this one is the best community, best bang for your buck.
That's
You're just going to see
right.
so many benefits coming from EXP. And it's really not a matter of if you come over, it's when, because it's growing so quickly and it's exciting. And this is the place to be.
This is the place to be, 100%.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yisbel, are you going to EXPCon in Vegas?
Yes, I'm going to be there. I'm excited. And also to the Bill conference now in August.
Okay. Awesome. That'll be great. Well, Yisbel, I'm super excited. Hopefully we can catch up in Vegas. And, for those that are listening, Yisbel and I went over a little bit about leverage, and she's found her own unique way to do it. And Yisbel, of course, if you're ever interested, Sphere Rocket, who sponsors this podcast, is the #1 virtual assistant company in the world, right? And they've provided me with so many virtual assistants. That's why I can put out 25 podcasts a week. And it may be right for you, it may not be, but man, we've got so many appointments every week. Making the call, at least you would find out. So if you guys are interested in VAs, make sure to reach out to me. If you guys are interested in EXP and what maybe Yisbel has leveraged out in her business, a little more detail on all of that or her transition, please reach out to her, grab a coffee, grab a virtual happy hour. I really don't care what you do, right? So there's so many options in this virtual world. It's great to get connected. And Yisbel, is there anything you'd like to leave the listeners with today as we wrap it up?
Yeah, no, thank you so much again. It's been a wonderful time with you. And the thing that I would tell you, hey, make the decision, set apart from the rest. And in order to be here, you need to make different things. So it's on you. Jump on it and take a massive action with a business plan.
Right. That's right. Have a plan, make the moves. Yisbel, it has been an honor speaking with you today and sharing your story, and I cannot wait to catch up with you in Vegas.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This Icon podcast is hosted and sponsored by Sphere Rocket Virtual Assistants, a leading provider for your virtual assistants and outsourcing needs. Owned by one of the top-ranking EXP agents, Justin Nelson. Sphere Rocket VA provides a one-stop virtual staffing solution for business owners, and we specialize in helping business owners grow their business by leveraging through virtual assistants. Trusted by the top names in the real estate industry like Kyle Whistle, Andrew Franklin, John Kitchens, and many more. Get ready to up your success and we'll help you achieve your business goals. Book your free consultation at sphererocketva.com and find out how we can make your life easier.